Okay, perfect. Wow, and a Weaver pickup as well, so that's definitely going to be a roaming Alchemist in Marana, with the Weaver probably as a farming solo easy. And like I said, Luna, Weaver, something they can kind of solo as well as join into team fights and take that semi-carry role. But I mean, again, Insidious Idol have got a much better early game lineup than, I mean, Orange, I would say. I mean, I think Morphling just outclasses Invoker as well as even Mirana and Weaver. I mean, Morphling is a very, very late game carry. If he can get the items up, he becomes incredibly dangerous. And, if Mirana and Weaver don't go for Lincolns, he can pretty much instantly kill them. Both of them are quite squishy. And when he gets up that E-Blade, he's going to be able to destroy them. And now a Puck pickup for the last. So I do like that pickup. That does give them a really, really strong 4 Protect 1 lineup with the Puck and Timbersaw just creating havoc in the team fights. The 2 supports able to just dish out those nukes constantly and create a whole bunch of stress for the side of Insidious Idol. But Insidious Idol, they've got a decent amount of stun and lockdown and good, mobility. They've got an Invoker, a Mirana, a Weaver, as well as a Clockwork. All heroes who are good to get around in team fights and fairly mobile. So, I mean, on the whole, I think that Insidious Idol have got a really strong early game lineup, but if they do let it get to the late game, they could be in a bit of trouble because Sharky will probably be just split pushing and creating a lot of pressure. And once he gets up that E-Blade, he's just going to be able to kill off Insidious C, as well as probably Chew if Chew doesn't get up the Lincolns, and even the Invoker is quite squishy.
Yeah, I mean, how do they stop Sharky from split pushing? It has to be an Alchemist going in with a smoke or something, and if Sharky's fast, and he is fast, yeah, well, then he can just go to his Replicate, and he's out. So, yeah, they really need to win the early game. But with a Puck and a Lich ultimate bouncing through when everyone is called up, it's gonna be so hard. Oh, wait a second, just changing overlay. Sorry, alright, should be good now. And also, sorry for the FPS drops and the lags. I was just, changing Twitch servers. Hope it's good now. Alright.
Okay. We can see actually on the side of Insidious, like I was saying, this Alchemist has picked up a Quelling Blade. He's going to, if you look at the top lane up here, he's going to bite his way through the trees up here just to charge up that stun and blast whoever's up here. So it's a really sneaky strategy, but they did it last night and did manage to get the first blood with that. But we'll go through the players quickly. On the side of Insidious Idol, we've got Sox playing that offlane Clockwork. Insidious C Shen, which is actually Solus Christus, is going to be playing the Alchemist. Sarah is going to be on the Invoker in the mid lane. Insidious C himself, Insidious Idol, is going to be playing the Mirana. And Weaver is going to be played by Chu. What a name. Do you want to go through...
Yeah, just
okay.
take him.
Then who's that?
Yeah, I didn't know,
Okay.
he was in our channel. I wasn't sure. And
Oh,
I
no,
did
no,
ask you, but
Sheray's with us. Sheray knows.
Right.
Sheray knows what's happening. Okay. Well, then who's... I wish they would just pick names. Oh, Woshi Noob, sorry. Woshi Noob is playing the Alchemist. Solus Christus is playing the Weaver. There we go. I got it right. But anyway, do you want to go through Orange?
Yeah, of course, we have none other than Yamate handling the middle Puck. We have Ling on his Crystal Maiden heading top. We have Sharky as a carry player, of course, on the Morphling. We have Nine on the Lich, also known as Too Fucking Good. And of course, Winter handling the offlane Timbersaw.
Apparently 9 is actually Ice. TFG is apparently not here today.
Jesus
I found
Christ.
that out after getting yelled at. So...
Everyone's changing names so often.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
just-
wish people could just... It's so hard because all their profiles are private now. And so
Yeah.
it's like you have to just guess who everyone is. And it's really, really hard. But anyway, top lane, we're probably going to see Initiation coming out soon. Alchemist is getting ready to charge that stun up. And in fact, he will be. Insidious C getting in line to throw an arrow out. And they're trying to get the vision for him. But it looks like they're going to be targeting Sharky. He is going to have that arrow flown onto his head as well. Sharky getting very, very low. But actually really nice Clockwork Cogs. Will be forcing him away so he can't waveform. And first blood is going to be going the way of Sox.
Yeah, so well played there from the Clockwork. Perfect. Absolutely perfect cogs right there. Really nicely done. And this is good. Oh boy, and we have some counter initiation on Shocks. Can I make something happen there? No, I doubt it. Clockwork is so tanky. He's got a shield pickup, so yeah, they can't do pretty much anything. And I expect the CM just to farm the jungle pretty much non-stop and let the Morphling do something until they can rotate the Lich top. But this is not gonna happen for a little bit of more time, so yeah. We're in for an aggressive trial and it should be working.
We can actually see now Insidious Idol have smoked up yet again. They're ready to go back in if this Morphling does get too close. So the Crystal Maiden, she's going to be forced to sit in the area. I mean, Sharky now is going to get forced back. It looks like the two supports from Insidious Idol will be heading maybe towards the mid lane. Yamata is quite low. Ysera doing a lot of harassment, just using that cold snap to kind of force him back. But I mean, either way, the supports on Insidious Idol are doing a good job, I would say, at the moment of just remaining off the map and just creating pressure. Because if you don't know where that horrible combo is, you know they had a smoke and they've got an Alchemist Stun for it up a Mirana Arrow. You have to make sure you play carefully because if you get comboed by that, you're going to be going down. And I mean, even Yamato in mid lane has the potential to fall to that if they can combo well. But it looks like
Oh, and
Crystal
actually
Maiden might be
Ling.
the one in trouble. She is going to get caught out in the cogs. Arrow followed up, and Ling is going to be going down. Another kill onto Sox already. He's 2-0 at 2 minutes into the game. Not the ideal start for Orange.
Yeah, well, he didn't just farm though. Like, he got kills. Yeah, that's nice and that's great. But for now, actually, Sharky has 8 CS in 2.5 minutes in an aggressive trial against him. And this is actually quite good. I wouldn't have expected this. So, the Mirana has to do something, but it seems like the clockwork is actually farmed. So, I'm sorry. Misunderstood that. Yeah.
Well, the other lane worth mentioning and looking at that we haven't even looked at at all is this bot lane where Winter is, I would say, doing a pretty good job on shutting down this Weaver. And of course, Weaver is going to be the primary carry for Insidious Idol at the moment. They've got a Clockwork in the off lane. There are two other semi-carries. Actually, speaking of top lane, Sharky is going to get initiated on. He's just strength morphing up. Soxa was just coming in and there's so much damage on those annoying battery assault hits. And Insidious he is going to be scoring that kill. Sharky going down yet again. Oh my
Actually,
god,
middle
and mid
lane, we
lane
have some
as
more
well.
initiation on Ysera. And Ysera, he's ghost walked up, but no, they didn't saw him. Wow, and he took so much damage. Actually, there was a sentry ward deployed. So he just ran out of vision from the sentry ward. With the last out attack from Yamate, it would have finished him off. And actually, we see more rotations coming in top. Do they want to make something happen? No. I thought there was some more TPs. Well, getting all hyped up and then nothing. What is this? Come on, guys.
Pull it back together. But yeah, I mean, across the map, Insidious Idol are really creating pressure, and Orange are trying to, but I have to say, I don't think Lich is really an effective roamer. And you can see already the Crystal Maiden as well as the Lich have just rotated into the jungle together, and that's not really an effective use. I mean, Crystal Maiden is fine at jungling, but Lich is,
Oh, top lane
I
Shark
don't
is
think
getting
he can
caught
really
out
come
again.
in.
He's strength morphin, but he's out of mana and 20. Oh boy, the last out attack from Mirana. They finish him off and he's 0 and 3. He just bought a nice TP scroll to get back into the lane faster, but he has absolutely nothing to speak of. Sorry to interrupt you, but that was some kill.
No, that's all right. Actually, oh my god, just engagements across the map. Ysera will be going for that rune, not going to get it. But I mean, on the whole, Insidious Idol 4-0 at the moment. They're getting the kills they need, and Orange, this is what I was just saying, Orange just can't quite seem to find them. I mean, when they get level 6 on the Lich, they could easily, barrel down a lane and win a team fight. But by that point, by the time they get level 6 on the support Lich, who's just kind of hanging out in the jungle, it might be a little bit too late because we're probably going to see the core items coming up. Ysera normally goes, I would say, for a 4-staff into a Yules, I think. And I mean, Yamato in the mid lane really isn't getting too much out of this lane. He is outlast hitting Ysera, but I mean, a puck really wants to get up a fast, treads, bottle, and then a blink dagger just so he can be that initiation power from his team. And he's not quite getting what he needs. And actually, they want to go again on Sharky. Poor Sharky just can't catch a break, and they haven't got any stuns to help him out. All they've got is that Frostbite from the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's in mid lane now, going on to Ysera, who is going to be lifted up to the air. Silence is not going to be hitting on him, but Frostbite's going to come out, and he is going to go down. But still, I mean, actually, first kill for Orange. That's actually pretty good. Taking down Ysera before he got up that Midas, which is, I think, what he was going to be trying to farm for. He's got his face bits up now, though.
Yeah, on top lane, Alchemist and Mirana are still lurking to get another kill on Sharky. They don't just let him farm whatsoever. This is some serious hate coming up. I'm not sure if it's gonna hunt them, because on bot lane, Winter's doing pretty nice. Weaver, of course, he has some CS. He has 14 and 14-1 against a 30 and 7 on Winter, and Winter's just dominating the matchup. He has his arcane boots up already, so he's gonna spam his skills, and it's gonna be hard for Chu.
It's kind of interesting, like both of their skill builds. I mean, Winter hasn't opted for any levels in Timber Chain. I would have thought he'd maybe get one up, 2-1-2 type build, two in the reactive armor, of course, so that the Weaver can't harass him. But he's not going for any levels in Timber Chain, so that means he really can't initiate onto the Weaver too easily. Weaver's just going to be able to scooch out of the way. But at the same time, it does mean that if the Weaver gets too close to the last hit, Winter is just going to destroy him. That Whirling Death is going to do 200 damage, 200 pure damage, of course, if he's near the trees, as well as, still the agility from the Weaver. And, I mean, Weaver's really not that tanky, so it's going to be doing... You can just see he's already down to half health, so he's forced to use his ultimate just
Wow.
so he doesn't get initiated on. But, I mean, it's a really hard matchup for the Weaver, but you can see Weaver is going for a Midas, and he's almost actually got it. He'll probably have it up, I would say, by the 10-minute mark at least, and that will give him a really good boost in terms of farm, and it's a risky item choice because it means he's going to be sitting on, 600 to 700 health at around about 10 minutes into the game when you're versing, a Puck who's going to initiate in on him, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world, and actually in mid lane, Alchemist charging up his stun. Is he going to throw it out? He will land it onto Yamato. Actually, follow Ara going to be landing onto Lich, who just said, Yamato, I'll take it for you. But still, I mean, 3 heroes in mid for each team, and we could see a little bit of an engagement coming out. Both teams wanting to go forward and make it a little scuffle, but looks like Ysera's going to be one who just throws out a tornado. But I don't think either team can really engage at this point. I mean, Puck's standing at the front line. Alchemist is a key initiation point for Insidious Idol, and of course, Puck can easily just dodge the stun coming out, the unstable concoction using the phase shift, so neither team can really try and get a kill. But actually, Nine as well as Ling, they've made their presence known in the mid lane, but now they're actually hunting down Sox, who's going into the enemy jungle. He's going for a bit of a run. Not too sure why. Maybe he wants to pick Crystal Maiden off, but Crystal Maiden's trying to pick him off at the same time, so...
Yeah, that's interesting. I think he just saw them in the ward. Like, he has the Radiant ward coming up, and he should have seen them. I think he saw them smoking, so he knows what's up, but he's still just running around. What is he actually searching for? Like, he's just not getting caught, or what?
I think he wants to get the Crystal Maiden. I mean, he's level 6 now. Puck is a pretty hard kill. Typically, when a Clockwork hits level 6, he'll head down to the mid lane or maybe against the carry and just try and shut them down. And actually, he does catch that Yamato. He will get the hook off. He's going to be going in. Silence comes out from Yamato. That will be cancelling. Oh, really nice phase shift, but not going to be saving his life. Killing spree now on Sox, but that's what I was going to say. That usually when you hit level 6, you rotate to the mid lane, try and take down whoever's mid, but Puck is quite hard to take down because he can just, phase shift and audible away.
And he's going on his arrow. He's just using his all spells, and Winter just picks up kill. He hits an arrow, but this is not too big of a problem. He has 2 levels in his reactive armor, and he's just so tanky with his 9 armor and such a sick health regeneration. Gets a nice pot from his support, and proceeds to go bot lane to just be annoying to the Weaver. But Alchemist is waiting here, so maybe they can do something, and this is pretty much needed. Well, doesn't look like it.
I think that killing the Alchemist killing off the Timbersaw is going to be quite hard because you got to remember, Alchemist stun is physical, and Timbersaw has got, 2 levels now in the reactive armor, so that's plus 8 armor, and he has been, intentionally tanking the creep wave to keep his armor and regeneration up, so, I mean, Alchemist is going to have a really hard time, and I think Ysera now rotating it is the best deal for them. That Cold Snap as well as the Tornado and EMP, if he can get that combo off, and it looks like they will be going in. Moonlight Shadow is cast, Winter, Cold Snap, in comes the Alchemist stun, follow up, Winter is not going to be able to get away from this, Tornado just to seal the deal, and he throws out the Chakram just as a last second, screw you, but he will be going down. So with the rotation of Ysera, they definitely could get that kill. So really nice rotation, a good initiation coming out from the Mirana. And that's the power of Mirana. As soon as she hits level 6, that Moonlight Shadow, every approximately 2 minutes, she can get a really nice gank off. Unless the enemy drops sentries down everywhere, which means the supports have to be fairly rich to be able to do that. You can pretty much assure that you're
top
killing
lane Shark is getting initiated again from the Clockwork, but he's gonna get his way out of the clocks. And now this has some counter initiation on. And Shark, he stayed there. He's taken so much damage, but the strength morph, he's been taken alive. And Shock's on the run. Everyone's on the run. Mirana's coming in. A nice Puck coil deployed. Mirana's gonna leap out of that. This is the Frostbite coming out, and Insidious see he's going down. Is there anyone else going down? No, it doesn't look like it. So a nice counter gank, a nice rotation coming out from Orange. And this is something pretty badly. I mean, that's not too good for Insidious. Shark is farming now. He's like 48 and 13.
I mean, it's good and bad because 5 heroes, that is the whole team of Orange, rotate up to the top lane at 10 minutes into the game. Weaver now has had a couple of minutes to free farm the bot lane. He's got his Midas up, he's almost got his treads up as well. So he's getting decently fat, and in the mid lane, Ysera was free farming as well. So Ysera's got his Urn up, which is his kind of item of choice, just going for that ganking type build. So I mean, even though they did win a teamfight at top lane and Sharky's getting some CS, they traded the whole team for a kill or 2 in exchange for Ysera as well as the carry Weaver farming. So it's a give and take type situation, but it's what they needed to do ultimately because Sharky was having such a hard time. Sharky was really just getting shut down. I mean, he's still 0 to 3, but at least he's got 52 CS. He's getting those core items up, and he's probably going to have to spend some time, helping out with team fights. I don't think he's going to get the space to free farm this game, not too much. And especially when you consider that Weaver's gone for a Midas, this does mean that Weaver's going to be snowballing his farm, whereas unless Sharky decides to get a Midas as well, his farm is going to be, I suppose, not keeping up as much unless he does get a lot of kills or just get a lot of towers as well.
Yep. And Ling just picked up another recipe, so he's going to finish this. Quite nice item, some heal, some damage, so Yeah, pretty good. The Weaver picked up some Treads to go along with his Lincoln Sphere. Ugh, Lincoln Sphere, I'm sorry, with the Midas, of course. And actually, Yamate, he's taken so much damage in bottom lane. He's gonna shift out. Oh boy, what a nice tornado. He's coming out, and the EMP is gonna finish Yamate off. The arrow missing, but that's not too much of a deal, because he was stuck in the trees. And a big kill coming the side of Insidious, and they're leading in kills.
Well, they really are, and that's, I suppose, what you'd expect for the early game, but I mean in this mid game, if they can get that puck combo off along with the Timbersaw, and actually on top lane, Hook going to be going off onto Ling. Really nice force back on Sharky, taking away his mana, but Ling, he doesn't want to go down without a fight, so he's going to frostbite onto Sox, but Sox probably not going to be able to score another kill. Ysera chasing after them as well. Sharky does TP out. 9 is on the rung too, and he's not going to get caught out. At the same time, Winter's going to find another regeneration rune on bot lane. But I mean, at the moment, Insidious Idol are winning the team fights. But I feel like when Orange finally get their team fight together, if they can get, you know, maybe Sharky on the bot lane kind of doing some pressure on Winter as well as Puck in a team fight, and if that Lich can hit level 6, those 3 ultimates are just going to destroy. They're going to do a lot of damage, especially because Yamate did decide to rush that Blink Dagger. He's aware that he needs to be that team fight power. He needs to be able to get those team fight initiations going and give room for Winter to come in as well as 9 to come in and just lay down that Chain Frost and the Chakram and Whirling Death and all those AoE spells. So, I mean, at the moment, they are losing in kills, but they just need to get a good team fight and they can turn it around.
Yeah, and 9 will be level 6 with his next use of the Sacrifice. If there's not too many guys around, of course. Well, and is there? Let's see. Well, he's not using it for now. It's the initiation. Oh yeah, the Alchemist, he's gonna get caught. A Frostbite here. A nice silence from Yamate. He's blinking forwards and just using his Illusory Orb to finish the deal. And now this is an opening where they can push the top tower if there's not too many TPs incoming, but we see the Clockwork, he's rotating top, spamming his rockets, he's making this push pretty hard. They have his Urn on this CM, but that's pretty much it. So they would need Winter there, but he's middle.
Yeah, and if we look at the net worth now, I mean, honestly, even though Insidious Idol are getting a lot of kills, they're not spending too much time farming. Weaver is topping the charts, but he's got that Midas and he's just literally been sitting bot farming. But the next 3 highest heroes are actually on Orange, so they're not really falling too far behind. I mean, oh, Ling. Ling, 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 Ling. Gonna get arrowed in the face at the top lane. Clockwork, he doesn't even care that she was gonna die anyway. He just wants blood and he's gonna hook in. And interestingly enough, Clockwork is going for an Orchid, so I suppose he feels like he needs that to shut down some of the magical. You know, there's a lot of escape mechanisms on Orange. They've got Timbersaw who can Timber Chain out of the way. They've got Morphling who can morph and waveform and replicate. And Puck, of course, who can use the Blink Dagger, the Illusory Orb, the Phase Shift. I mean, he's got a variety of escape spells as well. So an Orchid is probably a really nice pickup if he can get the farm for it. But, I mean, I'm not too sure if he is going to be able to farm it up in a reasonable time. He's doing okay at this point, but he did get a lot of kills early game. He had 3 kills by around about the 7-minute mark or something along those lines. But it's been 14 minutes now, and he hasn't actually found any more kills. And actually, Parker going to be going in onto Insidious. He misses that orb though, but he's forced to get out of the way. Stun being charged up by, oh, really nice blink out of the way. Alchemist is going to be stunning the Crystal Maiden instead of Puck. Yamate gives no cares, but Marana will be going down as well as Ling at the same time. The 2 supports going to be falling. Yamate now wanting to go in on Insidious C. Sharky actually coming in. Sox is going to be going down. Sorry, Ysera not Insidious C, but Ysera now is on the run. Alchemist on the sideline will be charging of a stun going onto Winter's head. Winter can't Timber Chain after, and Ysera should be able to walk away, and that actually will give him almost his 4-staff, just another 300 gold.
Man, Yamate, what a player. He blinked out of that stun, and Alchemist was forced to use it on Sharky. The Puck would have been pretty much dead, because he had like no mana and nothing there.
Oh my god,
and
in mid lane, hang on, Yamata, he does get initiated on just Cold Snap in the tower, and now he's stuck in the creep of Ysera wanting to auto-attack him to death. He hasn't got Phase Shift up, and he will be going down. What a huge misplay there by Yamata. He was out of mana, and now Winter, he's out of mana as well due to that EMP. He does dodge the arrow, nicely done. He's got 3 charges on his wand, and he will be going down as well. So that was 2 free kills by Orange, and they did not need to die there.
The throws coming out. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I think that wasn't, I mean, of course, that was bad. Like, let's face it, that was not good, because Insidious, they can get a nice tower now, and it's looking pretty grim. If they're gonna go Snowball, and with the Clockwork picking up a nice silence, he can, of course, shut the Morphling down as well. Like, Morphling can't do anything. He can't replicate, he can't strength morph if he gets silenced while in the stun, and I'm pretty sure Clockwork can do this. So, yeah, all eyes on Clockwork.
Yeah, if this Clockwork can get up the Orchid in a timely manner, it will be really, really influential. But actually, on top lane, Sharky, he's going to get a huge hook by Sox. And now Alchemist has got that stun charged up. Sharky's out of mana. This EMP is just doing so much work. It steals 350 mana. I think Sharky's mana pool is only about 200, 300, so his whole mana pool is gone after one EMP. And with that Clockwork just hooking him in, there's nothing much he can do. And this is a really, really hard game for Orange. I mean, I think Morphling is such a risky pick. I can understand what they were kind of feeling. They wanted the split push, they wanted the mobility, they wanted a carry who could get around the map and be able to create pressure. And once he got up, once Morphling does get up that Ethereal Blade, he's going to be able to just, wreck face, kill everyone. I mean, especially heroes like the Mirana will be going down to him. But I mean, at the same time, Morphling is such a hard hero to farm, and
Moonlight
they're
Shadows.
really stuck on the back foot. And we can see now Moonlight Shadow going off.
Well,
And
it's looking
oh,
crazy. Oh
Yamate.
no.
Yamate, what you doing, bro? Alchemist is going to get four-staffed in. Looks like he might be finding Sharky. Sharky is going to be his target. At the same time, Lich just goes down essentially to that EMP. Huge damage onto him. Ling behind the tower will be going down as well. Sharky now will waveform out of the way, but Clockwork doesn't even care. He's got that hook ready. Morphling Replicate is done. Nicely done there, just being able to escape. And a nice backup Puck Dreamclaw will be saving his life for another second or two. Sharky going to make it out of the way. Yamato blinks back in, but he's out of mana completely. He hasn't got anything left. And
Wow.
Winter going to be going down to the arrow. He just got that Bloodstone too, so that's 3 charges gone immediately. And now Sharky is going to waveform out of the way of that EMP, but still 16-6 is the score at 18 minutes into the game. Insidious Idol is absolutely dominating.
Interestingly enough, looking at the gold graph, it's actually kind of even. That's pretty sick. I mean, Insidious, they're keeping up the pressure, but on the same time, Orange, they do have some farm. It's of course bottom and top tier 1 towers, but still, I mean, it's okay. They just lost a team fight though, so that will dip in favor of Insidious. So we have to get some more aggression coming out from them. And I just have to say, the Clockwork is playing absolutely great. Oh boy, Winter, what are you doing? He's just gonna drop down the Alchemist, and he's getting stunned because the Alchemist died while channeling his stun, and they're on a hot pursuit. No, they're not. They're just getting taken care of by the Weaver Bugs. That's still, Winter wants to go. Will he? No, he doesn't. Well, that's smart. Get a kill, back off. Nicely played there.
Well, this is one of the good things. I think Orange are playing this quite well at this moment. I mean, they should be grouping up and going for the pushes. They've got Yamato's ultimate up, the Dream Coil just came off cooldown. Lich has finally hit level 6, and maybe he'll be able to get a Chain Frost off before a team fight starts. Freezing Field will be off cooldown in about a minute, but that's not a crucial spell. And I mean, with Yamato as well as Winter, like I said, they can win a team fight with those two. But actually, speaking of Winter, in mid lane, he is going to get arrowed in the face. He's got Chain Frost, Cold Snap on him. He's going to turn around though, going on to Insidious C. Insidious C is going to get Chain Frosted in the face, but a
Wow,
nice
what a
tornado
tornado.
might be saving his life. He's out of mana. Ling as well as Nine will be dodging that arrow, but still Chain Frost used on one hero. It's going to be on cooldown for another 2 minutes or so now. And that was one of the big team fight ultimates. Sox though will be missing that hook onto whoever he hooked on. I didn't even see. So I mean, silver lining, maybe, but still, man, that Chain Frost is really important. And that was a fantastic tornado coming out from Ysera, just saving the life there of the Mirana.
Yeah, playing out of his mind right now. He had such nice initiates with his tornado. I mean, he got Sharky, anti-tornadoed, and the Clockwork just was on point with his initiation and follow-up. So yeah, you can see those guys, they play together, and they play really nicely together. Just great to see. And the Clockwork has his Orchid finished up now. I don't think we covered that yet. And I'm looking forward to seeing some more crazy plays coming up from him, because he can kill the Morphling anytime with a nice Sunstrike. If there... Oh, of course, Invoker isn't... I'm sorry, he isn't X-Sword. But still, if Invoker just goes there, drops a nice EMP, it should be good. Because, well, Morphling doesn't have too much HP. And Arrow, nope, it's gonna get dodged by Yamate. And still, not too much push coming out. They're looking to finish this middle tier 1, but still on 200 HP, not deniable yet. But it's looking kinda okay for now, for Orange.
I mean, Shark is on his way to his Lincolns. He's going to have it up in, well, just a recipe, really. So, I mean, if he can keep farming, if he can, get a little bit more room. Well, speaking of getting more room, Yamato going down in the mid lane. But, I mean, if Sharky can get up that Lincolns, he should maybe be able to, get a little bit of farm up and keep split pushing. And we can see at the top lane, he is pressuring, trying to get the tower down, but rotation coming in from Insidious C will be forcing him back for the moment. But I mean, that Lincoln's, once he's got that up, he can split push. The only thing he really has to worry about at that point is the arrow coming out from Insidious C or the tornado as well. I think tornado isn't blocked by Lincoln's, is it?
Oh, I'm not sure. I played so much on, and I don't have any idea what Lincoln's blocks now because it's so random.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well, it blocks Earthshaker Fissure. I mean, what?
Yeah.
This
So
doesn't
it's a
make
little
any
bit
sense.
random,
Yeah, well,
but still, I mean,
I'll get flamed out completely. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh, and trash. No,
Yeah,
he
well.
doesn't have to worry too much. But Ysera now going for that item name of Yules. So once he's got that Yules up, that's going to be a really nice initiation tool. But I mean, yeah, I mean Lincoln's will be quite helpful for leaving Sharky free to split push. And it looks like, I mean, honestly, it looks like that's Orange's kind of new strategy is just split pushing. Since last game they went for a split push lineup as well, and Morphling is known as one of those kind of shotgun split push heroes that get some kills easily and farms up and flash farms and all of that majazzy. So I mean, maybe this is Orange's kind of what they've been practicing though. Honestly, it doesn't seem to be working out for them, but this is just the kind of group stages, round robins type stages, I suppose. So they probably want to, see what the enemy teams have to offer. And I think now Insidious Idol will have that Mirana Alchemist combo blocked against them since they've run out 2 games in a row now, and it's worked both games very, very well.
Well, now they're gonna trade the tower. Glyph coming out, just to, like, delay it a bit. But still, the middle tier 1 is going to get down, and this is gonna force, like, this area to open up in the jungle. So Orange can make some plays happen. In the meantime, Saki will have to farm even more, because he's still just short a little bit of his Lincoln Sphere, and they can't defend the top tower now. So just, exchanging towers left and right, it's fine. Still not too bad
It's
for
worth
Orange, I would
Yeah,
say.
I mean, Orange still are in a chance to win it, but it's worth noting the warding and dewarding coming out from Insidious Idol here. I would have thought that they'd want to have maybe some more aggressive wards, try and shut down the jungle farm from Sharky, maybe get some around the Roshan pit just so they can, maybe secure a Roshan with an Alchemist as well as a Mirana. And of course, you can't forget that super annoying invoker with a cold snap. They could take a Roshan quite easily if they can win a team fight, but their wards are all concentrated on their own jungle. And actually, in mid lane, Insidious C going to get initiated on by Yamato, but Yamato will just be able to blink out. And he's got a Yules up now, so he's got a little bit more juking power. But oh, Timbersaw committed suicide in bot lane. But I mean, still, the wards coming out from Insidious Idol are quite interesting. And actually, the Sentry ward might be spawning out Ysera. In fact, it will. They know Ysera's invisible running around. And now they do see this bottom tower is going to get pushed down. They pop the glyph. They want to try and defend it, but without Winter, are they going to be able to? I mean, Winter is down to what, 4 Bloodstone charges, and it looks like they're just going to go for the deny. Lich will get the deny, but Crystal Maiden getting it here with the tornado. EMP coming out. Weaver going to be running in. He does manage to drop. Oh, poor guy drops the sentry, but that's super annoying. Cold Snap going to be taking him down, and actually now Silence onto Yamate. He Yules himself instantly, so really nice to use the Yules. Their Socks will be able to TP out, but they managed to take down the Alchemist. Ysera as well as Solus Crisis, the Weaver, will be able to run away from that though and just go back to farming. So a 1-for-1 trade, a support for a support at the end of the day, but they did lose that bottom tower, but they got a deny on it. So, I mean, I say that was a really good exchange for Orange.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we have to keep in mind, it's not like we are completely based and pro-Orange or something. It just, the clock is ticking for Insidious. If they don't finish this game by, let's say, 45 minutes, or if they don't take Rax, oh boy, we have actual initiation on middle. Yamate, he's just getting so much damage, a nice arrow in the face, and he's gonna drop some more. Nope, that's it for this time being. So back to my point. Yeah, exactly. Insidious, they have to make something happen. This is exactly what they need to do. Get some pickoffs, get some more towers, and if there are no outer towers left, they can happily push the base. They don't have too much push right now, but Weaver, he looks to go for a... Yeah, he has a BKB, so he's picking up a Desolator right now, and with so much minus armor, yeah, he can take towers down.
Well, I mean, both teams are at the stage of farming where they can take towers down quite easily. We can see Sharky kind of lurking on that bottom lane, wanting to push down, and they have started to put some more aggressive wards, but they're instantly going to be dewarded. They spotted the Lich going in there to plant the ward, so they know that there's vision there, they know it. But I mean, if they can get some aggressive wards just kind of defending this jungle area, I mean, possibly even one kind of behind the tower in this area, that does mean Sharky could just split push this bot lane, incessantly. Just keep a replicate with his team and just keep pressuring the lanes, pressuring the lanes, pressuring the lanes, which is probably what he wants to do. But at the moment, he's just not finding the space to do that. And it looks like he's actually not going to bother with a E-Blade. He's not going for Shotgun Morphling. He's actually going to go for a pickup of a Blade of Alacrity, so maybe going to build into a Yasha into a Manta. I mean, we could see more of an SNY build. It has been seen before on Morphlings, and if he does want to fight a bit earlier into the game, he could be going for that. But speaking of fighting, Yamate going to get initiated on by Sox. He yields himself up in the air, and he will be able to phase shift, maybe blinking out of the way. No, he's going to get silenced. He's throwing down his ultimate, but going to get stunned out by the Alchemist, who actually stuns himself. And that's the gem on the ground there, taken immediately by Ysera. No, not by Ysera. I don't know where the gem went. Gem just disappeared. No, Sox has got the gem. And now Nine is stuck in the bushes here. He's trying to juke and hide away, but he's going to be going down. Ling goes down as well on the sidelines. And now Sharky's being chased by Insidious C. Winter's trying to come to that area, but there's 5 heroes alive for Insidious C and only 2 alive for Orange. I don't think Winter can fight this, and they're going to be forced to back out.
Yeah, great fate for Insidious. It was a bit unfortunate. The Mirana ultimate was used, and in the same second the Lich just used his ultimate. He couldn't cancel it anymore, so it just bounced twice. And actually Sharky, he's gonna get dropped now. He is silenced up, he is corked up, and this is Winter coming out with some support, but still he's just getting dropped so hard, so much damage coming out from Insidious. Such a big play, killing the Morphling, because this is just more time to farm up, to pressure towers, to push the lanes. But they can safely defend top, push it in, and now they have 2 lanes going strong to the base.
Yeah, that was an absolutely brutal fight for Orange. Losing Yamato at that point was just terrible because he just spent 1,000 gold on a gem and he lost it instantly. And there goes the gem against that Weaver. Now they've got the gem on Insidious Idol, so that means all of the aggressive wards, all the defensive wards, all of the wards that Orange wanted to plant are going to be de-warded. And when Orange are wanting to split push, when they've got a Morphling who wants to spend time just pressuring the lanes and trying to get some map control back, losing a gem is terrible because you need that map control. If you don't have that map control, you don't really have anything because Morphling doesn't feel safe to split push. And we saw just then, when they do group up on the Morphling, he goes down. He just died from the 4 heroes just because the cold snap, the silence, everything. And Winter actually is going to get arrowed out, but I don't think that Insidious are going to initiate onto that.
Well, it would be a bit YOLO. There are like 5 guys standing right there, Lich Armor is deployed, and they're looking to make a go on Roche. I'm not too sure. I mean, the Clockworks, he's gonna... Yep, there's the Rocket spotting out everyone, and they're grouped up middle, and it doesn't look like they want to go there. Oh boy, here comes the smoke, so this is gonna be a nice team fight coming up. And Mirana ult used.
Got the Moonlight Shadow.
But there's a Sentry Ward deployed, they know this.
Shut up. Yeah, they do have Sentry Wards, and actually they're going to be throwing out that EMP right into Sharky. All of his mana pool is just gone. Winter, with the BKB popped, trying to target down anyone, but he's just got that chakra kind of zoning them out, so that it's a really nice use of the track, and they've got a good vision advantage, but Ling is going to be going down. The Desolator Weaver doing huge damage. Even Sharky lifted up in the air. Puck is going to be going and getting a double silence, and they want to take down the Weaver. They will take down the killing spree onto that Weaver. Sarah, they're going to go invisible. Sharky going to get stunned out by the Alchemist, but Yamato running around with a haster in the middle of the team fight. Sox will be hit once by Sharky, but Sharky decides, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And they decide, actually, Ysera's right there. Ysera wants to force himself out, but Puck has got a really nice orb just chasing him down that hill, and Ysera will be going down. At the same time, Winter takes down Insidious C, getting a dominating streak, and this is 3 down for Insidious Idol. Last one standing is this Alchemist who's on the run. Yamato's got up that lovely little Yule Scepter, though, but he's going to be just backing out now. They don't know where Sox is. Sox is at the base, but he's coming out now to help the fight, and they decide maybe they should just go for the Roshan pit. They just want a team fight, which is absolutely crucial, and they can get this Roshan down quite easily.
Yeah, let's see if Clockwork can make some big plays happen and snatch Aegis, but it doesn't look like it. He's just staying middle right now. He's just taking a bit more farm, and he's guarding out constantly with this Rocket. And he's building into BKB, looks like, so... or an Accept, of course. So he wants more mobility in team fights, because currently he's getting shut down quite hard by Winter. And Sharky, he's taking quite some damage, but he's on 600 HP. He did morph quite a lot of strength. Actually, they're going on the Alchemist. No, they don't. It's just a nice step is trying to scare off the Alchemist. Morph less coming out, but there it is! He's hooking in, and nope. Nope, he doesn't get it. Well, actually, Alchemist, he gets the CM. What's happening? Everyone's out.
They want to take down Sox, but Sox gets forced out of the pool, and they did get the Aegis, so they got what they came for. Aegis now up on Sharky, but Ling went down for it. I mean, pretty much, I'd say that's a good trade for Orange. Poor Ling, 0 to 9 at the moment. He is just a feed machine, and I mean, this is the kind of game where maybe picking up a Midas would have helped him a little bit more rather than, you know, spending his time kind of running around. If he had a Midas up, he'd probably have 4 stuff up by now, but I mean, at this point, he's pretty squishy and poor, and not really that much he can do at this point in the game. But Insidious Idol, they know now Aegis is up, and it's getting to that point where Morphling is going to be getting quite scary quite soon. Once he gets maybe that Manta up, he's going to be an absolutely devastating force in team fights, and they know they need to start getting down all these towers, getting the map control, and maybe pushing the game for the victory quite soon.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if Link could have ever finished the Midas because he builds, well, he had built items which are very easy to build up, just cheap items combined together with the medallion and the urn. And the Midas recipe, it's 1.4k, so it's quite a bit for support in the early game, getting farmed like, well, he did get farmed, poor guy. And we see Insidious just mauling away top lane. They want to get this tower, it's already on about half HP. Rocket's guarding out behind the tower, so they spot Yamate. And Shaki can join them any second now.
The Aegis is on the Morphling. On Sharky.
Well,
But anyway, now with the Desolator up on the Weaver, they can push this tower down quite easily. Of course, with the Chakram, with the Puck Orb, the tower is not going to have creeps on it for very long. Of course, they can just constantly throwing it out on, constantly throwing the spells out onto the creep wave to push it back. And at the same time, Sharky has got that replicate with his team. No, he hasn't anymore. The replicate is gone. But he's got a TP scroll and he just wants to push the lanes out. And he has baited back Sox to that mid lane. And I mean, this is probably the best thing he can do is just keep pushing the lanes. Pushing, 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 pushing. And Sharky's getting closer to that mantra. He just needs maybe the recipe and another little bit more gold. So around about 1,300-ish to it. Mech is up on the list. That probably happened a while ago. We haven't really looked at the items too much. They've just been engaging so much. I mean, 26 to 11 at 32 minutes into the game is just insanity. BKB almost up on the clockwork. 4-star finished onto that Alchemist. Invoker has got up the Yules, the 4-star, the phase boost, and he's going for a Hex next, it looks like. Insidious C, Diffusal Blade is done, and 2, Desolator going for a Heart next, and he should have that up by around about the 37-minute mark, I would say. Puck going for the Hex next, and he's fair bit away, but once he gets it up, that will be quite a helpful little tool in team fights, especially to use on that Weaver. Crystal Maiden got nothing. Morphling, 700 gold to the bed, hiccup, and Timbersaw, he's going for a Shiva's Guard, it looks like, but still, he's around about 2,000 gold for him. Plus, they probably need buyouts, because at this point, I mean, if anyone dies on Orange, they need a 5-man team to defend. The only one who they probably don't need as much is Ling, but still, that Frostbite is really their only solid disable. They don't have that many stuns in their team, and the Frostbite is the only lockdown they've really got to, cast onto the Weaver and their Invoker to keep them sitting still.
yep. I'm actually looking at the experience in Gold Graph. Gold Graph is around 2k in the favor of Insidious. It's not too much right now, but you have to keep in mind that Orange did push a lot of towers early on as well, so it's kind of even, I would say. And of course, experience is pretty much dead even now, so nothing too big, the graphs are telling us, but it just feels like Insidious has a good grip on this game if they keep the pressure up. And I'm just hoping to see some more smokes and jungle invasions coming up, because Mirana, she's building items, and everyone's just building items on Insidious, so there's quite some damage coming out.
Do you mind turning it to net worth?
Yeah, I was cycling, but it says stream delay.
Okay, cool. I don't know, people being stupid. No, I'm kidding, you guys aren't stupid, I swear. But yeah, I mean, this is really... I mean, it feels like Insidious are in the lead. It really does. And they do seem to be in the lead in terms of kills, but like you're saying, I mean, gold is virtually no difference. And when you consider the score is 26 to 11, and there's no difference in gold, I mean, that kind of shows how Orange are keeping up in terms of farm. I mean, in last hits, I mean, even though people don't want to see last hits, but, the Weaver is top,
Sucks.
but... Oh, actually...
Oh, he gets saved by Mirana. Oh, what a play coming out. And this is some nice counter initiation. And he gets a stun to the face. And Morphling, he's just gonna go in, but a nice tornado just saving the day there. Wow, Shucks, he was farming in this camp. And he hooked to a creep wave, and still Yamate, he just went in there. So, pretty nice. Great reactions coming up from the Insidious, saving their teammate. And now it looks like Yamate, nope, he doesn't want to make anything happen on the Mirana as of yet. Montastar picked up on Sharky, so he's dealing
That
some
will help
nice
a
damage.
lot.
Yep.
He's going to be doing a lot of damage with his pushes now, and this does mean if he gets left alone with a tower, he should be able to take that tower down fairly easily. So this is going to put Insidious out a little bit on the back foot. I'm expecting either the Invoker or maybe the Mirana, but I mean, probably more likely the Invoker is going to be picking up Boots of Travel soon, just getting rid of his phase boots, because when you see that this Morphling is going to be pushing it into the base, if Insidious Idol don't, watch him constantly, it does mean that Insidious Idol are going to have to probably get up some, so get up, the Boots of Travel, go back, walk back and defend, and then Boots of Travel back up to join the team fight on the top lane, because if they don't, Sharky's just going to get a Rax by himself, if he does manage to split push effectively, which it looks like he should be able to do. They have got a couple of just defensive wards coming out from Orange. They're not too sure and if they're able to go into the enemy jungle to plant wards yet, but I mean, on the whole, they know that this is a time that they need to start playing more aggressive. Crystal Maiden will get another Genom up now, so that's going to give them a little bit more map control and able to de-ward whatever wards and City Sail do decide to plonk down.
Yep, and it looks like we have some big engagements incoming on top lane. They're all smoked up, and Puck's here. And Puck's, oh boy, yeah, he can shift. Can he blink away? Yeah, he did blink away. And actually, Clockwork, he's just going in. He has his BKB activated. 9, he's taking so much damage. Is his ultimate deployed? No, it's not. But there should... No, Sharky is... No, what's happening? No one's dying. What the hell? Guys, just kill each other. It's not that hard. Come on.
Well,
Yeah,
Lich is just
there we
waiting to
go.
throw out his ultimate, but he's going to get stunned out by the Alchemist. Way too much damage, he can't get the Chain Frost off, but beautiful ultimate by Yamate. They're going to be catching on to 3. They take down Sox. Ysera going to be the next one to fall. Weaver's trying to take down Sharky, and Sharky will be going down. And Weaver now in the middle of the team fight. He's got the heart up, he's very, very tanky, and nobody really feels like they're willing to fight him quite yet, so they will just be ignoring him. Winter's just going to blink out of the way, and now they're chasing down that Alchemist. Puck has got up that blink tag, and no, he doesn't. He can't catch up, and the Alchemist has got his ultimate on. He's healing up way too fast, and Yamate going to get hit with a beautiful arrow. In comes the Alchemist, turning around, just throwing another stun into his head. Winter just laughs at him and says, "Come back, Yamate, stop being silly." And they will back out, but still, I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good team fight for, Orange. They did take down 2 of the cores, and that mega kill streak worth 700 gold, killing Ysera worth, 300, but still, I mean, that 700 gold kill streak going the way of Sharky, that is huge. I mean, that is exactly what Sharky wanted.
Yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right. He lost, of course, a lot of gold while dying, but still, those 700 gold, this was reliable gold, so he just got everything from this kill. So he's looking good right now, and let's see if he can finish an item pretty soon, because I think he just really needs some damage now. Of course, he has his Manta Style, and if he switches to Agility, he can do so much damage, because, of course, Manta Style illusions, they get more damage the more agility you have. And we see him just switching right now. He's on 1.7k HP and he hits for 170 damage a hit. So those illusions, they hit hard, but he could really need another item, to be fair. And then he's a force to be reckoned with in team fights, because he just got dropped and he couldn't deal so much damage. He can't really pressure Insidious in the team fights, so they can just go all out on him.
Well, this Lich really has to position himself a little bit better at the back of team fights, because his ultimate is crucial, and I have not seen, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen a single good ultimate coming out from him all game, and they need him to have a good ultimate. They really, shock you and just leaving strength more fun, but they really need that Chain Frost to create the havoc in team fights. And even Ling has managed to get off that freezing field a couple of times, but yeah, not one good Chain Frost. But anyway, now Yamate's got the Hex up, no buyout, so Yamate has to watch his positioning. If he goes down, that's going to be a really big problem, because they need that puck to kind of initiate and counter-initiate team fights. He's been doing a really good job, as you'd expect from Yamate, with that Dream Call, managing to catch 3 or 4 heroes, comboing it up with the Silence, as well as the nuke coming out from the Illusory Orb. But, that's going to be fading in terms of effectiveness as the game goes on, especially since there are so many BKBs coming out for the side of Insidious Idol. So, yeah, they really they need to have, use all the resources they've got at the moment before the resources kind of become useless. And that's what Orange need to start concentrating on doing. So positioning is going to be really, really important now, I'd say, for them in these team fights, given the huge AoE stunts coming out from Insidious Idol.
Oh boy, Yamate, he's in a lot of trouble. Can Clockwork get the hook? It doesn't look like. Yeah, he's a bit scared. His team can't really follow up. So he doesn't hook right in and uses his Orchid. Of course, Yamate, he can always just heal himself up and blink away, because Orchid, of course, does not disable items. But still, with a nice arrow, it should be good. So Orange just lurking around the Roche pit, and they're gonna take the next Roche. It's respawning in about 20 seconds. And this is a big pickup. The Scythe on the Evoker, they can make something happen now, and they should really do something. They're grouping up into the Roche pit, and they are spamming it with rockets, just, scouting it out. And this should be a big team fight coming out, and this can very well mean the game now. There it is. So, top tower, forcing some TPs. They're doing quite some damage.
Sorry.
Actually. Well, welcome
Was
back.
muted.
Well,
Oh, but
that's good.
initiation going on to Yamata. He's going to get hexed out. He's got the cold snap on him. Is he going to be able to blink out? It looks like he will. No, he's going to turn around and hex the alchemist at the cost of his life. And now Winter just says, "No, see you later. I'm getting out of here." And he will be able to timber chain away. But oh my God, Yamata, he had the ability to escape, but he decided just to die. But
Well, he's pulling a Trixie on us. It's fine, I think.
yeah,
No, it's not. They're
I
getting
don't know.
worse. Oh boy.
But still, I mean, I was going to say that was a really good job of Orange by baiting, Ysera to come top, baiting the Clockwork top, but I mean, they just threw that. They could have, just backed out to here, Puck had a haste rune, and then just gone and taken the Roshan, but instead they just died. Actually, speaking of dying, Ysera is going really, really deep. The Lich is going to be able to get off just one little Frost Blast, but it's not enough. At the same time, this Roshan will be going down. The Weaver just soloing it. He doesn't need to worry about
They have
health.
a
He's got a
sentry.
heart to regenerate himself.
Why
But
didn't
now
they do
actually,
anything?
as Weaver gets that Aegis, Crystal Maiden goes forward and just gets taken down by, well, 3 or 4. And I mean, the same time Sharky is pushing the bot lane. Sharky is doing a fantastic job of split pushing at the moment, and they have to keep out for him. They've got the Aegis, but who cares? Sharky is pressuring their base, and look how fast he rips through the towers. He absolutely demolishes them, and this is the really hard part now for Insidious Idol, that they've let the Morphling get fat. They've gotten to the point where, I mean, Morphling can just split push all day, so they really have to watch their backs, because Sharky will take a Rax if he's given a second alone.
Yep, now he's spotting back to base. He did some nice damage. But they can't really kill him right now with just 2 guys. He has so much HP and he can shift up to like 3.5k. And he has so much armor as well. He has 22 armor, so yeah, you don't just deal damage to him. And of course with the Manta style dispelling all those debuffs, it's sick right now. So Orange is grouping up, they're looking to go on something, and finally Winter, he completed his Shiva's Guard, and this is actually quite sick. Because in teamfights, he's just gonna be such a big nuisance, and he already is. But with his plus armor, he doesn't get dropped as fast from the Weaver. So yeah, that's pretty
So
nice, I guess.
Quite interesting. It's worth noting that Shark is actually going for a Skadi as his next item, and he will have that farmed out now. No buyout at this point, but I don't know if I agree with the Skadi. I think a Butterfly would be a little bit more use in this game, and I understand that he really wants the survivability. He wants to be able to, last 3 team fights, and it's going to mean he's going to be doing a lot of damage while still having a decent amount of survivability just from his stats, but I mean, still, Skadi doesn't help too much with split pushing. If he's just going to be split pushing, all day, every day, just trading Raxus if he can, I mean, Skadi is an item for it. Definitely going for damage items as well as, like you were saying, agility items since they transferred to the Manta style illusions. So it's a little bit curious, but I think now in bot lane, Orange do want to bait out. They're all heading into the jungle. They are being pinged out. Actually, they're both pinging each other out. So maybe Insidious Idol are aware of the fact that, Orange could be coming for a gank, but they're going to be heading just straight up the mid lane, playing some aggressive wards, and this could be the team fight to win the game. They do still have Aegis up on the Weaver, so...
What are they gonna find?
Oh, it
Boy.
looks like huge cogs coming out from Clockwork. Going to be latching onto both Sharky as well as Yamata. Yamata just dropping down instantly. Sharky just man-moding, but he's strength morphing, so he does not that much damage. He might be able to get down Socks, but no, he is just instantly forced out. Ling has gone down as well. Winter now just on the run. He's being chased down by all of them. He's got nowhere to go. There's 3 down already for the side of Orange, and Winter's going to be going down as well, taken by the Weaver. And now Sharky's not in a position to split push, but he can't defend this alone. He really cannot play 1v5 Dota. He's not farmed enough. He doesn't have the right items. He's picked up a TP scroll. Is he going to go to the mid lane or the bot lane? It looks like he wants to defend, but what's the point? Go push a lane, my son. But anyway, it looks like the Lincolns is going to be popped out by Miranda, just using a Diffusal Blade charge on him.
Yep, and he has to play so defensive now. If he gets caught by Clockwork, he's gonna get orchided and he's gonna get dropped, and this is most likely game then. He doesn't have a buyback right now, he's 1.2k short. And they're just gonna rotate to the middle lane, and this can finish the deal. Look at how fast the tower drops. Alacrity on the Weaver just mauling away at this tower, and of course Ysera, he's doing some nice damage himself. Tower's just gonna drop, and are they gonna stop right here? No, it doesn't look like it. They have the Aegis on the Weaver, of course, he can play pretty aggressive. He's getting initiated on, but that shouldn't be the end of the world. Actually, here comes Yamate. He's gonna get a nice coil off. Here comes Winter. A nice Lich ultimate bouncing through. What the hell? Where is it going? I don't know, but still. The Clockwork is in full rampage mode still, but he's just getting dropped. He's taking so much damage. Winter's ultimate's gonna miss, but still. The Skadi's This guy is just doing so much work. And oh boy, what a nice stun in the leap of Insidious. See, and a nice tornado again in the nice EMP. This is gonna be a turnaround. And Weaver, he's coming back. Winter's gonna get dropped. And what do they do now? This is gonna be a 2 versus 4 defense.
This is going to be the second Rex going down. I don't know how Orange can defend at this point. I mean, they don't really have the buyouts they need. In fact, they've got buyout and nobody, and there's 4 buyouts. They are just going to call that GG. So Orange going 0-2 tonight, being taken down by the Singaporeans. First Departure won them, and now Insidious Idol. These games just aren't working out. Sheree, don't shit talk in chat. That's so impolite. Bad Sheree. But I mean, Steve, GG well. Oh my god, English really. GG well played to both teams. I mean, Orange, they had a strong lineup in mind, but they just didn't quite utilize it effectively. And I mean, just the same as last game, they went for split pushing, but they just didn't manage to get the split pushing going. I can't read that, but still, GG well played, really well played by Insidious Idol there. And I mean, of course, well played by Orange, but they just couldn't quite bring it together.
And some trash talk to finish the game off. This is perfect. Well, yeah, that was a nice game. I really thought Orange would like bounce back in the mid game because they had some nice rotations coming on. Winter did make so much happen, but then Insidious, they had a nice. I mean, the item choice on the clock red, it made the game. Like, it was perfect, just really nice, and they could shut down everyone in every lane, just rotate, and well, pretty nice game.
Yeah, well, GG well played to both teams, like I said. Thank you, of course, to Gigabyte for sponsoring this tournament, as well as AMD. Thanks to Dota Talk for very kindly allowing me and Pimp Muckle to cast it. Thanks for watching, guys, and shout out to .bet.net esports betting.
And AMD Radio, and Dota 2 Lounge, and of course Gigabyte. Right?
Yes.
Alright.
Of course. Alright, thanks, guys. See you later.